Now can you see my sliz?
No.
So what should we do?
Is that Sarah Silverman or just someone who sounds like her?
It sounds a lot like
Yeah.
her, right? It's weird.
Jason's playing on his phone, like, I don't know, 5 feet away from my face, and I can't make it out. No, I can see it, but it was just some woman. I couldn't.
Some woman.
Jewish lady.
Probably. No, this is called Backpacker Bush, directed by Eric Wareheim a few months ago. It only has like 100,000 views for some reason. So go check it out.
Start the show.
Oh, this is the start of the show. Hello.
I know I'm saying, like, turn that the fuck off, you stupid idiot. Hello and welcome to the Roboboots Podcast. I'm Alex Hanley, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Jason Church.
Hello, everyone.
This is going to be the third SuperRoboPlay podcast uploaded on the thing.
Yes.
And the 114th or something Roboboots podcast.
We've done too fucking many of these goddamn shows.
Yeah. We are in a room that is surrounded in cans of Arizona iced tea.
And
salt.
as remember, Arizona.
Yeah. Salt and vinegar chips. Half-eaten cookie. That's actually disgusting. One lone M&M that is just on a table.
What has that M&M seen?
Stale chips everywhere. There was a party-sized bag of M&Ms that was purchased. Mm-hmm. 2 were eaten. I don't know. I've had more than everyone must have had because it's a gigantic bowl, a party-sized bag of M&Ms. Nobody touched those M&Ms.
Nobody ate them. Yeah. Everyone realized that M&Ms suck.
They're disgusting.
Oh, they are.
They get into your system and they ruin you.
It takes too much. I'm laying on the floor. A very, very dirty floor. That I've now realized.
Well, I was just saying to Jason that had to use the washroom before we did the podcast. Mm-hmm. Podcast's usually an hour, so you don't have to use the washroom during the podcast. Also, there's just a pair of glasses over there.
Are there?
Yeah.
Ugh, this room is a mess.
They're my glasses now. I'm gonna be Malcolm X. Went to the bathroom. Toilet seat was down. The toilet cover was down. As a man, I need to open those things to use it. Of course, the cover you have to open.
Yes.
But as well, I need to raise the toilet seat so as not to splatter or spray onto it.
Splash.
When I opened that toilet seat and bathroom, not dirty. Mm-hmm. It just looks like a regular bathroom. The amount of usage of that bathroom in the past, 12-hour period. How many people were here?
10 people?
10 girls.
No, those guys too.
Worse. 10 humans were down here.
14-year-olds.
14-year-olds prior to us.
Eating munchies and cheddar and sour cream.
By the amount of Arizona iced tea, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cans of it, that had to be excavated out of their system. I opened up that toilet seat. And
this is why I went upstairs.
Toilet cover. And I said to Jason, the scent of humanity that just wafted out. It was not a dirty toilet, but just the usage of so many humans. I felt like I was going to throw up.
It's the munchies.
It's not like it smelled like urine or fecal matter.
It was smelled of usage?
It just smelled
like a porta potty?
Yeah. The kind of, you walk into a porta potty and it's just this, but that's just like lingering stuff. It's all gone, but it was just human butts that had been sitting there. The butt air that had been trapped underneath that thing.
Which is now inside your body.
Oh, which is now the fuel that I'm living on. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, that's what causes like lung cancer. It just is lingering. Not cigarettes. The lingering butt air that is inside of your lungs.
Butt air.
Well, you know how there's residual air. That's a thing where it's like you can exhale. You can go inhale, exhale. Well, that's the worst. But once you're exhaled, you can keep exhaling. Mm-hmm. Until your lungs are gone. That's how you have to get. That's how you have to get rid of the butt air. Get rid of it. Otherwise, you have to do that every day. Otherwise, the cancer will grow. That only makes sense, though. That makes sense.
That only makes sense. That makes sense.
Lung cancer comes from somewhere. It has to come from something. You want the carcinogens
pollution?
out. Yeah, it could be pollution. It could be butt air. We don't know.
I guess butt air is technically.
Butter.
pollution in a sense.
How have you been this week, sir?
Ugh, tired. This is fucking busy. Launching our game next week, I think. So we've been finishing that, and it's just like, I'm glad that'll be done
Crash
soon.
the Crashers Adventures.
Crush the Castle Adventures.
Castle Crashers Adventures?
No, this isn't Steam Train.
You worked on Battle Block?
No.
Dan Paladin hired you for Battle
He
Block.
did not.
But what if he did?
I'd be okay with that.
Nice.
But then that's like 6 years of working on one game. I don't want to deal with that.
Remember when we met him?
Did you meet him?
Yeah.
Oh,
At
yeah, you did.
Comic-Con.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
went to his booth. Those who don't know, the Behemoth made Battle Block Theater and Castle Crashers,
Mm-hmm.
and in 2011 we would stop by there because he had a booth at Comic-Con, and we'd stop by.
I'd met him the year before, though.
Yeah, Dan Paladin. Well, I'd never met him. Dan Paladin is like a folk hero, a cult hero.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
met him. We stopped by there, and he wasn't there, and we played Battle Block then.
Weird little bugger.
I didn't. It's like the game I played there didn't feel like the game that I've played now, but
Really? It feels like the same to me.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the setting because we were using arcade sticks.
It was a
and
giant
just-
arcade
Yeah,
thing,
and it was
yeah.
just like, what is this? And playing it now, it's like it handles really well. But I
I
didn't
should go back and play more of that. That was
Yeah.
a fun game.
Yeah, and we've been doing that on SuperRoboPlay a bit, but
It's months ago.
yeah, the numbers weren't really there. It's a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
Good co-op stuff.
It'd be nice to get to a point in the channel where we could play games that we just wanted to play and not have to
Yeah.
worry about. But unfortunately for channels of our size, it's like, no, you have to be smart with your time and your usage.
Yeah.
Or
It's like I really liked our Resident Evil 5 Let's Play that we were
fun
doing.
game.
Yeah, it's like that game gets a lot of hate for some reason, but it's a
Yeah.
great co-op game.
Yeah.
It's not meant for single player. That game
No,
really
you can't. It's
be played.
impossible.
It's just not the same game, but
I need to
co-op.
get up. This is so uncomfortable.
I don't know what we're doing.
I'm on like
the
a
bed.
foamy, like somewhat of a foamy as well as being on the ground. It's just like, no, this is too much. Oh, okay. That's better. Much better.
Much better.
So much better.
Hello. I just saw Jason's newly shaved belly button.
Ugh, gotta shave it.
Why? You gotta keep that.
Nah, it's getting too much.
No, that's what the ladies like. They like it right there on the belly button.
Nah, I trimmed it all down.
You like that?
Yeah, but you're lucky. You've got like mine's so dark compared to my pasty white skin.
Mine is dark.
But you've got darker skin. For me, it's just like
Excuse me? The fuck you say to me? You got darker skin.
you got darker skin.
You can have the belly button
You
hair.
got the belly button hair. I don't know where that accent was
No, your hair's all fucked up now. If only people
What
could
are
see
you
us.
on about?
What are you on about? I think it's a matter of time before this transitions back to being both a video
Yes.
video podcast on the channel, audio podcast on the iTunes feed.
The main thing stopping it was that our main camera right now is too high quality. It won't let you record for more than 15 minutes, I believe. And that other video camera I have has the worst format known to man of AV4HC or something just ridiculous to format. So it's just like, we just need to buy a fucking cheap camera.
Yeah.
Or even use the MacBook camera. It's like, I'm not sure.
Yours, not mine.
Mine. And do something, because that is something we want to get back to, of having some sort of video, even if it's shitting video like Mega 64 or something. I think that'd be. Do you want that? Let us know.
Yeah, if you'd like this to be video instead of audio.
Yeah.
If you listen to this on iTunes, it'll always be audio. I don't know that we'll do the video there.
Probably not. And having two podcasts, it's just it's too much. Or two selections of the podcast. I'd rather not, and I don't want to transition to that because a lot of people transitioned a few years ago to doing like video primarily for their podcasts. And honestly, it's just like, I like having audio only.
I like the option.
Yeah, the option's good.
I haven't listened to the Rooster Teeth podcast in a long time. Like listened to it on the iTunes thing. And I don't like that iTunes has that option where it's like if you haven't listened to something in a while, it stops. And
It's
you never
weird.
it doesn't tell you. You have to update it because it's like a lot of podcasts I'm subscribed to, like WTF with Mark Maron. I won't listen to every week, and it's just dependent on who the guest is.
Yeah.
And as well with Comedy Bang Bang, I'll always listen to them regardless of who the guest is because I just like that show.
Yeah.
But I like to build up a backlog. I like to
Sort of listen to them all in one go.
Yeah, so I can. It's like because the way it is, it's like if you're up to date and a new one comes out, you listen to it and you'll be like, it'll finish and you'll be like, oh, I want to listen to another one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've listened to all of them.
Yeah.
So if you wait 4 or 5 weeks, then you can listen to 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Which
For
is
me, it's like I'll do that from time to time, and then I just get lazy and I don't listen to it, and I stop listening to a show for like 6 months.
I do that too. I did that with Who Charted.
Did you?
And then I worked my way back.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's nice to do that because it's like, oh,
It is.
I can just listen to Who Charted nonstop.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting into, there's a show called Improv for Humans, and I've played it in the improv one.
Yeah,
with like
yeah.
Brian Husky was there. They're doing the Jimmy Dean sausages bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Jimmy Dean sausage.
And they have a video podcast version of that.
Do
not
they?
not every week, every now and then.
Yeah.
But they're so much better when they're on the video one.
Well, it's like you suddenly have to be on a little bit more. It's like you have to be entertaining visually. And, you know, I think we can do that. We could pull it off for an hour. It's just a matter of, like, where do we do it? It'll be easier once I...
That's what I'm saying.
have
It'll
my-
probably be, what, August-ish?
September.
September-ish.
Yeah, September I'll be moving in, then I'll be painting and doing all that stuff. But, yeah, once we do
So,
that-
which sounds like a long way away, but it's like, yeah, it's like that's 8 episodes from now, everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'll be moving in. I'm so excited. Like, it's getting closer, and I'm
Really? You to get away from all these Arizona cans?
not even that. It's because of all the Animal Crossing I've been playing of just like decorating. Of like, I need to fucking get the feng shui in here. I gotta get green on the south.
It'll be fun to start playing Minecraft again as well, because that's what I like most about Minecraft is building. And I was thinking,
Yeah.
for Minecraft, the fuck, why don't we just do let's builds? You and I love building stuff.
It's true. We do. We're just terrible at it.
What do you mean?
If we're just buildings, it's fine. Are you talking like redstone stuff or?
No, I'm just talking about building.
Oh,
cool
okay.
stuff.
That's yeah. That'd be fun. I've just
'cause
like
it's
when we
like-
did the underwater thing
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
Yeah, nobody ever saw that. It's like I'd
No.
like to do stuff like that on our server. Like we
Yeah.
just put the server video up and people have been playing on it.
Yeah.
Adam's been telling me because he can watch the console and see when people. So people have been coming back on there. But yeah, doing like let's build stuff, just like record for however long
For an hour or
and
something.
then cut it down like they do for Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
But it's like I remember me and Adam had built the Tony Stark house.
Yeah.
That again nobody ever saw. And that was on the old server before we
unfortunate.
updated.
God, that big crazy like how we rebuilt an entire mountain and we like hollowed out the mountain.
Yeah.
It's like
And that got finished. We didn't finish that. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know where that is anymore.
That's on the old server. That's lost.
Oh, that's gone too?
That was on the old server.
No, I'm talking about the one that was on our current server.
Okay,
that I was
then.
trying to find.
Sure.
Where It's like we had started working because we were using the what is it? The tools.
Bucket tools, yeah.
tools. And we had like changed all this stuff. We'd covered a mountain and like hollowed it out, and
We'd
built
hollowed out a mountain as well as like created like
walls for
all
it
other
and-
mountain stuff. But it's like you'd walk past it. Somebody would walk and they wouldn't notice it whatsoever.
Because we like built a mountain by hand of like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll have a block here and like 2 here to make it look like it's gradually getting steeper.
And it reminded me of when we used to play on Summerfields, which is do you know how long ago that was now?
No.
It was 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Holy shit, it was. That does not feel 2 years ago.
Or a year ago.
No.
Because you were still in San Diego.
Was I?
Yeah. Because we do it over Skype. Remember, it was me, you, and Kendra. And yeah, so it was only a year ago. Only a
Okay,
year
yeah,
ago.
because I was going to say 2 years ago, it's like, no, it couldn't have been.
But the Summerfields was this great server that, like, our server is trying to emulate.
Mm-hmm.
But that server was just great. Like, it was filled with, like, it was only 15,000 blocks.
Yeah.
And it was filled, and it was, lots of people were always there. And it died out when me and Adam quit. Because we were always on there.
Yeah.
That's the key to a server. As long as there are people always on there, other people will hop on. But if
Yeah.
they see zero.
Like Bagel Eater. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
people are on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm the same way. I'm not going to hop on a server that nobody's on.
Yeah.
But no, in Summerfields, me, you, and Kendra, we robbed those houses that were on the. Just like it's weird that they, having played 2B2T after that.
Yeah.
That I always build underground now. I don't build on the surface.
Gotta be a mole man in Minecraft.
Yeah. But these people had these huge houses above ground, and the way they worked it was, one of them would always hop on and stuff.
Yeah.
To kill anybody that might find their house.
But it's just like built underground.
We raided them, and then we built our own houses.
There's a house in the middle of the ocean we found. That huge house. We're like,
Yeah.
jackpot.
Yeah. But no, I'm saying we built all of our own houses on our own islands that we
Yeah.
found.
Yeah.
And then this is when I played Minecraft for 24 hours straight.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Because it was just like, I was like, oh, it's been 24 hours and I haven't stopped.
Yeah.
And I think I even went to like 26 or something.
Yeah. And then you're like, I should sleep.
Well, everybody else was gone. Like, I think I was the only person on the server, and I was like, I've accomplished everything. But there was things I had to accomplish.
That's so funny.
No, because we had built our houses, and I was like, oh, everybody's gone. If I leave, what happens to our houses?
Yeah.
I know.
Can't leave.
I know. I'll cover all our houses with dirt.
Right, the dirt.
And then I built mountains over top of our houses.
Yeah.
So it looked like anything else.
Yeah.
So that was
brilliant.
And then a few days later they reset the server.
Yeah.
We lost everything. But then we built our new thing. Great server.
It'll be fun to get back into it. It's like the problem for me is like whenever I have free time, which is not much, it's like I'm playing Animal Crossing because I'm addicted to that fucking game. And I know it's like I've been playing for 2 weeks now. It's like around 3 to 4 weeks you start realizing, what the fuck am I doing? It's like the same thing with Minecraft where you play and play and play. You're like, what am I accomplishing here? And I haven't hit that point yet. It's weird. There's this one guy in my village, Tex or whatever, he's some penguin, and he's always dancing, and he's like, hey, you should build this. And he gives me this like pyramid, some giant pyramid that costs like 1 million bells to build. But it's weird because my whole, like my guy naming Tabris and my town tune is the Ava intro theme. And it's like, oh, I can build Nerve. I'll put the pyramid beside the lake.
What is your fruit?
Pear. Shitty fruit. Worst fruit. But I've got all the other fruits already. So it's good. I think Shizu gave me a bunch of fruits too.
Shizu.
No! And we played together and it was fun. But yeah, that's a fun game. I still really wish we could
Shizu asked me how Akuno Hana was.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck you. Then I spat in his face. Akuno Hana is good. It is good.
It's done now, is it not?
One more episode.
Oh.
Last episode was horrible.
Really?
Nothing happens in that show. That show
That's
is
what I've heard.
22 minutes long.
Yeah.
And only like a minute and a half of it will be extremely interesting.
Yeah.
And then it's just enough for you to go, well, I want to see
anime.
the next episode.
That is anime watching it week to week. Every series for the most part, it's like if you have to wait a week, for some reason it's like for anime this is just a consistent thing of it feels like nothing happens. And then they'll have the last minute, it's like next week though, shit's gonna get real. And you watch it, you're like, nothing happened.
My problem with Akuno Hana is that it should be a movie. It shouldn't be just a TV show.
Yeah.
There's just more money in that, I assume.
Yeah.
Being a TV show with ads and all that.
Well, it's on Crunchyroll too.
Yeah.
So I was gonna start watching it, but I think I'll just wait and watch it all in one go.
Yes, I recommend that.
Yeah.
That's how I did it. I watched like eight or something in a row.
And you get really into it. You're like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah, well, and it's good like that. But last week, literally nothing fucking happened.
Yeah.
There's hardly any dialogue. It's like you could sum up the events that occurred in that in like 3 sentences.
That's
and the ending. Well, and they have the music. The music is so great.
Yeah.
The one song. But it's like it's ending and it's like is he and then it ends. It's like fucking, and it's the final episode and it's like, and it's weird because I've talked to people that have read the manga,
not manga.
have read the manga.
The
and they're saying like, yeah, that it's not the same and there's more stuff that happens in the manga. So
which is always, I always will do this. I'll start watching an anime like the Attack on Titan or whatever. I started watching.
I'm not gonna watch that. Everybody keeps talking about it. It makes me not want to.
Exactly. It's gotten to that point where I started watching it, and I watched it before really realizing how popular it was. It was like 5 episodes in, and I was on Crunchyroll, which I'm subscribed to, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And I started watching it. It was like, huh, this is really interesting. This has got a good pace to it. And then I realized, oh, there's a manga of it. I'll read that instead. And because it's just like, it's the problem of anime takes so long, and unless it's already completely released, it's like I can't deal with the slow pacing of it. It's like I'd rather read it where more shit gets done in a chapter. It's good though, but good lord, it's literally this year's, I'm not sure if you know of Sword Art Online. It's better than that, but it's the same idea of just like everyone has fucking hopped onto this bandwagon.
That's anime though. It's like every year there's the Death Note or there's a show that it's just comes out, it's the biggest thing, and there's the next thing next year. Well, and they had Sword Art Online, which was kind of last year, but there's also Madoka Magica,
which I told you I didn't really care for.
I didn't either. I watched as many episodes as I could tolerate. I never was hooked into it.
And it was just like the ending of just like, okay, they're trying to go all like Evangelion on me, and it's just not working.
And people were like, well, no, it's turning the magic girl thing. It's subverting the genre.
Anime cast.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
It's so stupid.
Subverting the genre. It's like
Sword Art Online was. Did you watch it at all? I watched like, again, it was the same thing of, oh, there's like 6 episodes. What is this? Oh, this is like really cool. It's sort of like Dot Hack or something, like stuck in a game world or something. And the first episode was like, this is fucking dark. This is cool. And then it's like episode 10, 11, the fan base is getting crazier. And it's just like, oh, this is the worst writing I've ever seen. It's terrible. It's worse than Twilight in terms of like, you had this John Doe character and a Mary Sue character, and they're perfect, but all their flaws only make them even better. And
The writing in Akunohana is not good.
no,
It's for a lot. Well, it's not that it's not good. It's that I fucking hate the lead character.
Yeah.
He makes Shinji look like the bravest man on the planet. The lead character in Akunohana
Yeah.
is the biggest pussy who's ever lived over nothing.
people are like that.
He's
though.
freaking out over nothing. At least Shinji, it's like it's life or death.
Yeah.
It's people are dying around you. It's the fate of the planet. It's like
Yeah.
being a pussy. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This guy in Akunohana, nothing. The premise of Akunohana, first episode. Here's this kid. He has a crush on a girl. They're all in middle school.
Yeah.
He has a crush on this.
Always in middle school. Why is that? Why not high school?
Well, clearly the mocap actors are not middle school children.
Yeah.
He has a crush on this girl, and at the end of the episode, he decides he's gonna take her gym strip. He's gonna
Okay.
take it.
Okay.
Like, because
Yeah, yeah.
he has a crush on her,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
gonna take it.
Yeah.
And that's the premise of the show. He takes her gym strip, and then he feels like guilt over it. He's like, oh, I'm a deviant. I took her gym strip.
That's the premise of the show?
I have to bring it back. I have to give the gym strip. I have to make sure that nobody finds out I did this. And somebody finds out.
Well, of course.
And the person who finds out is this girl Nakamura.
Yeah.
And she just like holds it above his head and uses it
To control him?
Yeah. And that's the hook of the show.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that and it's like he did this one like little bad thing, and it's like that's the seed that's being planted.
Yeah.
And the flower of evil that is growing.
Yeah.
But it's like that is what he's freaking out about. That he stole some girl's clothes. It's like, yo, dude, I've done that. I don't give a fuck.
But it's Japan, right? Different culture.
Yeah, no, I know, I
different-
understand
yeah.
that, of course, but it's just like,
No, it's nothing
like,
big.
come on, get over it.
But-
Get over it.
yeah.
But no, I like the show.
Yeah.
I like how it looks, and there are moments in it where it's like
Beautiful.
somebody could do like a super cut of that show, just like trim that thing the fuck down to
Yeah,
movie length,
yeah.
and it would be great.
You should do it.
No,
Download everything. Make a supercut.
No.
Do it. Do it.
Me
You.
do lots of editing work. Why don't we just get Xavier to
Oh,
do
you
it?
should get Xavier to do it.
But no, it's really good. It's like, aside from the fact that it's like, if you watch it all, it's like there's
Yeah.
one episode in it, and it reminds me of Kids on the Slope.
Okay.
Of how
That was another show that was really great, but at the same time, I just didn't care
the
for all that
problem
much.
with it was the structure, that it was it
All
built,
over the place.
No, it built up to episode 7, and then nothing after episode 7 I gave a shit about.
Yeah,
Episode 7 is where they have the medley together.
Yeah, and it was just like time skip. It
Well,
was just,
but that episode 7 is like one of the best like scenes in any anime.
just in general, either like an animated or a movie, is just like
Just beautiful.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
But nothing after that mattered. And the same thing, weirdly, is that Akunohana, I believe it's episode 7, where it's
Yeah.
like it's building this, and they have this one thing where it's like that's one of
Something
the
happens and
well, it's like this whole sequence, and then even the next episode, it's like it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And the weird thing was that's actually what got me to watch the show, because I saw a GIF of it on Tumblr.
Yeah.
And the GIF I saw, I was like, what is this?
yeah,
And that's the best part of the whole show.
huh?
And there's only one more episode left, and I doubt it'll be like
It'll be like the slope on the hill.
it'll be a resolution of like yeah.
Kids on the Slope, where it's just like the ending happens.
The
like,
way that ending happens,
it's just like,
I hate the girl in that show.
yeah, the girl is just like,
She just got in the way of everything.
yes, and it ends, and you're like, okay, and people are like, oh, you should read the manga ending.
Yeah.
It's much better. And I read it, and it was just okay.
And the weird thing is, it's like the manga ending of Evangelion, not the traditional one, but retake, is so good.
It is, but it's like it's so like fan servicey for me.
Yeah, that's why it's good.
Yeah. Or for me, it's like people are always like, oh, Asuka, no, Ray. For me, it's just
The
like,
only people who don't like retake are people who really love Ray.
yeah. And for me, it's like I don't have a favorite between either of them. It's just like, so reading it's like, this is interesting. I like the idea behind it. the one problem I had with it was just like how Shinji's character just does like a complete 180. And a part of me is like, no, that makes sense because he's experienced this. He can do a flip. But it's like, no, he's still a fucking pussy. He wouldn't take action.
Shinji would never fuck Asuka.
Never.
But there is some, like, I don't know, some sort of...
Spoilers, Evangelion. Go fucking watch it already.
There's some confusion or some sort of, like, misleading in End of Evangelion. Because it seems to almost imply that they've had sex.
I know, right?
There's one shot where, like, Shinji's laying down and somebody's on top of him and it's Asuka's voice.
Yeah.
That's all. There's just one scene where it's like, what was that?
There's so much.
Yeah.
I'm always going back and like just rewatching parts of that movie. Like there's a whole thing in End of Evangelion where the sequence before Shinji fucking loses it, and it's where him and Asuka are fighting,
Yeah.
and like the coffee is spilt.
Yeah.
And how I always thought that was like something in his head, but people were like, no, that's something that actually seemed to have taken place at some point in time, and how it's like we really months of time go past in that series.
Yeah, we don't know how much time has gone past between
the angel attack. It's like it seems to imply that
from episode 24 until when the movie starts.
it's like months and months go by where you don't really know what's going on. It's like, no, there's like they're constantly implying relationship statuses between people, more so in the anime than in the Rebuild movies. That like in the original anime, and I always forget this, how there's the whole plot point of Asuka who's like trying to kill herself, and they find her in some fucking dump.
Well,
and
that's why she is where she is in End of Eva.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like she's tried to kill herself. She slit her wrists, and she's like,
There's another thing as well as one of like the major plot points in the anime is Ritsuko and Gendo's relationship.
yeah.
They don't have that at all in a Rebuild.
And it's interesting how that doesn't. Yeah, it's like Asuka doesn't have her mommy issues in Rebuild.
Well, it's like there's no depth to Ritsuko in the Rebuild.
No.
She has no character. Like there's no plots, anything about Ritsuko in the movie.
And that's the hard thing of just
Which is
like,
fine. Ritsuko, I don't like her as a character.
I-
It's like you like her, but it's not like you. Hey, let's go.
I don't like
Let's go
her.
hang out with Ritsuko.
It's like I don't like her, but I think she's a cool and interesting character, especially in the episode where she's like inside all the computer stuff and she's like, "Thank you, mother," and talking to the brain in Maggie or whatever. It's like I think she's an interesting character, but even like 3.0 where she's
No, I like her in End of Eva when she is confronting Gendo.
oh yeah.
And then it's the fucking computer that betrays her.
Yeah, she goes to blow up the entire freaking thing, and it's like the woman's side of the Maggie is like, no, we're not gonna blow up. It's
Which
like,
it's just it's great writing, great
Yeah.
like, oh fuck.
yeah, it's just like, shh.
She was betrayed by her own mother,
Yeah,
who was dead.
who is dead and is now,
Her computer soul has betrayed.
I don't know, dude.
Well, that's the interesting thing as well is that it's like she's almost like a pilot in a way because her mother's soul is in a computer,
which is Nerve.
yeah, where it's like, but everybody else is like Shinji's mother's soul is in Unit 1,
Yeah.
Asuka's is in Unit 2.
And the stuff I never really realized was that Unit 0, like Ray's unit, is her own soul in it, which I never really put together. They on Ava Geeks,
It's the little Ray that dies.
Ray that dies, that is put into there, that is part of Lilith's soul.
Yeah.
And then the other part of Lilith's soul is in Ray that gets like transferred between all the different Rays.
But it makes you wonder. It's like that's clearly something that the Avas need to like run.
Yes.
So it's like, well, then what about what's her
Mass
name?
production.
No. What about Mari's?
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird, and especially how
Well, and why can Mari control Unit 2?
exactly.
So it's like there's clearly something going on there.
Yeah, and
It's like either she has some connection to Asuka and Shinji.
the whole photo of that
Yeah.
woman, it's just like she's either, I don't think she's Asuka's mom. I don't really buy into that she's the kid of like Asuka.
I think Kid is probably most likely.
I think it's like she's someone from a I almost feel as if she's like a parallel version of Asuka from like a
She's
different
so
world.
strange in 3.0.
Very strange.
Yeah, it's like she's so nonchalant, doesn't care. There's no worries.
And she doesn't seem to ever come out of her
No.
unit.
No.
How she just lives in there. Mm-hmm. It's just like, because she hasn't aged, so it's like, okay, who are you?
Who are you people?
It's strange, and it's like, will they address it?
You tell Mari that British What is she?
American?
American. Fuck.
I don't even know if she is though. She might be. I don't know if she is.
She speaks English.
Yeah, broken English, but
Yeah.
English. But it's like, will Anno address it?
Now I want to watch 3.0 again.
I know. I've already watched it twice, and I've skipped through a bunch of it as well. But it's like, fuck, that movie is so good. That is, it's got to be my favorite. It's either that or End of Ava. But it's just like,
It's so different. That's why it works.
Yeah. And I wonder where 4.0 goes at this point.
And when will we see it?
3 years from now.
Yeah.
I say 2016, 2017 we see it. I don't know. It's just like...
And the thing is, like, there is going to be a 5. As much as they say that it's only going to be a 4.
Or another rebuild or something.
They're not going to end it there.
It
makes too much money.
It makes too much money. It'll either be, we're making another anime. We're making a new anime.
No, it's the Kojima thing of, like, it ends here. Just kidding. It keeps going.
Yeah. Until it's just like...
I don't fucking care. Keep it going. I like it.
No. And a lot of people are thinking that it's like the movies... Because people hate Shinji. Japan hates Shinji. It's like, I'm okay with Shinji. I think he's a very interesting character. People in Japan hate... they just hate him. So people are thinking it's like the way the movies end, that it will somehow lead to a world where Shinji is not the protagonist. That Shinji still has this role, but how he has created a world, it's like, is that where Mari comes from? Of this like weird alternate, it's like, I don't know, who's to say, but in the way how like all these other characters like Mari were introduced into the Rebuild series, how the next one is like more of that. How it's like you still have like Asuka, Rei, Shinji and stuff, but it's their auxiliary parts. I don't know.
It's interesting because when doing a big series, I feel like a lot of ways in which those things end is, rather than putting a period at the end of the sentence,
Yeah.
it starts something where it's like, a lot of things will end where it's like, and this is the beginning of a new story, and it ends there.
Oh, like Silent Hill.
Or no, but I'm saying like,
Hey, I'm Toby, or whatever the fuck my name is.
Travis Grady. But it's like cyclical, and that's something
Yeah.
Evangelion does. But that's a lot, like Lost touches on that too.
Yes.
Where it's cyclical.
They're
And I
more
think-
obvious about it.
I think it's just a story element that a lot of things do, and also spoilers for The Wire, but it's not even big spoilers.
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Yes.
Spoilers for The Wire. To skip ahead a minute if you don't want to be spoiled, but that's cyclical as well.
Yeah,
I've
how-
talked about it's like every character shifts into another character's role basically.
Yeah.
And once you start realizing that, it's like it's beautiful and it's poetic of how all this stuff has transpired. These people have died. This has happened. These people have been arrested. All this
Yeah.
stuff. Yet nothing's changed. It's not like crime goes away.
Yeah.
There are always going to be criminals, and it's like for everything that they've accomplished and everything that has transpired,
Nothing changes.
yeah, nothing changes.
Yeah, so The Wire. But it's just like, I'm curious where they take Ava next. 'Cause it's like you said, they will keep making it. It is too popular. It makes too much money for them to ever kill it. And Anno doesn't. He will never stop making that. As much as he says he will, it's just like, no, you will do this forever now. Because I don't think he knows anything else at this point. It's like, why would he?
It's like I'd like to look at a lot of like series and movies and stuff to see how they end, because it's like if you look at something like how 2001 ends, it's like
Yeah.
that ends again with like a new beginning with the Star Child being born.
Yeah.
But it's like
what the fuck is that Star Child?
Mad Men just had their season finale, and it makes me think of like, where's the series finale gonna? How are they gonna wrap that show up? And a lot of people
Yeah.
are like, well, Dawn's gonna die, and I don't think it's gonna end that way.
I don't think so.
Breaking Bad has to end with Walt dying. That just works. It's like,
Yeah.
from a story standpoint, you can't do the things that he keeps doing and
Yeah.
not have an ultimate like, no, the universe will fuck you at the end.
Yeah.
But with Mad Men, it's like I could see it doing the cyclical thing. That the final shot of season 5 of Mad Men is Don looking at his daughter Sally. Like they're at the house together,
Yeah.
and Sally looks up at him, and he looks at her, and then
Yeah.
she looks back at the house, and then it ends, and it's like I could see it ending on the note of like, and here's what like his
fucking
yeah,
kids.
his kid is going to go.
Yeah.
Like it could end on
She's
some
gonna be fucked up now.
or well, yes, but she's going to like she'll get into advertising or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like that, like the cycle continues.
Yeah. She'll get into radio.
Radio, video, advertising.
Whatever.
There's no radio in the 70s.
Yeah, there is.
MP3.
No, just
Yeah, MP3 was invented in the 70s.
No, it wasn't.
MP1 was.
No, it wasn't.
Prove it.
Media Player 1?
MPEG 1. Do you know what MPEG stands for?
Motion
Mass
picture.
Production Ava.
Ew.
MPEG.
What else has happened this week? I feel like not much else has really transpired. You and I haven't played The Last of Us yet. We're planning on doing that soon.
Let's get it today.
So we'll do that.
Let's get it today.
It's so late.
But I can go get it. I want to play it this weekend.
No.
I already gave you the $30.
Ugh, okay, don't let me forget that.
I can do that on your account.
Don't buy things on my account.
No, but I'm saying I want to play it. I gave you one more. When did we meet last time?
Yesterday?
That wasn't yesterday.
My sense of time is so fucked up.
2 days
dude.
ago, and I was like, "Oh, you should get that today." You're like, "Nah, later." I was like, "Well, I want to play that. I just gave you $30." You're like, "Nah, later."
Later.
It's 3 days later. I want to play that this weekend.
I'm sorry. What visa is tied to that account? I think that should be fine. Don't go buying things willy-nilly.
I haven't. I've had your account for how long? Like 2 years. I've never. The only thing I've helped you because you've had PlayStation Plus, and sometimes you forget to download things.
I do.
So I'll
sometimes.
go onto your account so you have games for it.
Thank you. No, I've just been playing Animal Crossing, and I haven't watched anything. I'm going to an anime convention tomorrow, which is oddly enough that we're talking about all this. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can buy some stuff.
You can dress up.
No, fuck that.
You can look for figs.
Maybe, probably.
The fruit.
What?
Figs, the fruit.
Oh, the fruit. I thought you meant fig, the revolution.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Is there anything I should look for you? Are you looking for anything?
Asuka.
Just more Asuka?
Yeah. I'll pay you for an Asuka fig. You see an Asuka fig around.
I'm not looking for anything expensive. It's like $30 or under.
Yeah, $20 or something.
Um,
There should be new rebuild stuff, but yeah, just mostly Asuka. Nothing else that I think, like, I would really like a Unito 2 fig.
That's what I was thinking. If I find a Unito 2 one, I'll probably pick that
I
up for you.
I have 2 Asuka ones now and
Yeah.
Unito 1.
Yeah.
Always see on Tumblr, I see really good Unito 1 figs. I have like one that's like okay looking, but I see
Yeah.
ones that are so detailed and matte. And I looked how much those cost. And those are relatively, like, they're not expensive.
No, they're pretty cheap. The one, my Unit 03 that I have, which is, it's Reveltech. It's decent, you know, it's foot tall or whatever, not even. And it's like
no, so I was gonna say it's weird that I used to watch like Rocco and Garrett and stuff, their fig updates, and be like, you know, this is lame.
Yeah.
And now I watch them, it's like, that's a really cool fig.
Well,
that's a cool fig too.
It's like I have that. I have like a Solid Snake figure, and I have like a Castle Crashers little thing. It's like I don't have many.
It's like you just go into your dad's office. Like, people just have things.
They just have,
like,
they have stuff that they collect.
it's like that video I showed you of Jordan Schlansky. It's like you
Yeah.
put things on your desk that you like.
Yeah.
Conan's like, wait, but I don't see any gay porn here. He just has extra virgin olive oil, a bottle of it at his desk at work.
And it's like, I thought that was just planted. Like, that's just the joke.
No,
but it's
he's a weirdo who thinks he's like Italian, like some Italian sort of like gentle. He's not.
Yeah.
He's a Jewish guy from Buffalo. No Italian blood in him.
That's funny.
There's another video. I've been watching Conan O'Brien clips on YouTube. There's a video of this guy, Jordan Schlansky. He's a production assistant for him.
yeah.
The way the office is set up is like you need to go through a door and then through another door and then through another door, and there's Jordan Schlansky's office.
Yeah.
And then back towards, there's a room that only you can get to from his office, like a side room, and there's an espresso machine in there. And the espresso machine was bought using like the business's the company account, because it's a purchase for the office.
Yeah.
But there was no like memos sent to everybody in the office of, oh, we have an espresso machine now.
Yeah.
It was just something that Jordan Schlansky got, put it in this room, and then he told like the people that he likes, said, oh yeah, there's an espresso machine if you want to have espresso.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the espresso machine is set to the default language of Italian.
Oh my god.
So regular people, if they were to find it, wouldn't know how to work it.
And
there's instructions there for
in
how
Italian.
No, in English
Yeah.
for how to use it, but it's like
What's
like
the point of that?
And
What's wrong with him?
Because he's such a snob that he's like, I've never had American drip coffee in my life. I think American coffee is disgusting.
Well, if you've never had it, how do you know it's disgusting?
He's the worst human, and Conan hates him so much.
Why does he keep him around?
Keeps asking him too, what is your job here, Jordan? He's like, I have various production related duties. Yeah, but what are those duties? Oh, just various production. If you say various again, I'm going to fire you. Now tell me, what do you do here? Well, I have various... No! But he's just like that. He's just a weird guy.
Yeah.
But he's been working there for like 15 years.
So it's like they can't fire him.
He's important.
With his various production. People probably come to him and are like, should I do this? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's it.
He has such a weird demeanor. Everybody go on YouTube and search Jordan Schlansky. If you just try your best to spell that, it'll correct you if you don't. But I watched them in like 2008 during the writer's strike.
Yeah.
Conan kept going, but instead of having like sketches with writers, he'd just go backstage and screw with people.
Yeah.
And Jordan was one of them, and that was
the birth of it.
Yeah, like that's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. But I watched like so many Conan videos.
Yeah.
But only the ones where he's like going backstage or going off site. Like I showed you the Finland one.
Yeah.
Fagerstrom.
Fagerstrom, I'm waiting.
But yeah, those are really funny. So
Yeah.
seen anything funny on YouTube?
Besides the backpacker Bush, no. Oh, you know what I was watching actually? You put up the Digimon video. We put that up this week, which has 1,000 views. That's pretty good. And I put that on the Digimon subreddit.
And now we have to do an episode 2.
I guess because that's more popular than I thought it would be. But I put on the Digimon subreddit and just under the guise of, hey, we're playing Digimon World 1. What should we aim for?
I just want to say as well, I'm not going to go into the amount of effort that went into making that video. It seems like a very simple video.
Oh boy.
Easily 5 hours.
Let's just leave it at that.
Easily 5 hours went into making that video. There will be an episode 2. And if there's any degree of difficulty, there will not be an episode 2.
We'll figure it out.
I will not put more than 10 minutes into that into that video.
Having said that, fun video to do. And no, I put it up and people were like, the first one, of course, was like, gotta do a Numamon solo playthrough. I was like, well, we won't try to get Numamon. We will probably end up getting Numamon, but we will not try for that. And people are just like, blah, 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 you should go for this. And we were talking about how, like, it's hard to get, like, a good Digimon on your first playthrough because it's, like, it's just sort of like your pig that you go through and then you devolve and you evolve again. But no, I being on there's a bunch of these Digimon videos and there's a whole, like, MMO, Digimon Masters Online or something. Digimu. But there's a Digimon Tamer MMO game that's free to play.
Yeah, I just want to say, my fucking God.
What?
Me arguing with people on Kotaku about the legalities of MMO. They had an article about a Pokemon like
MMO thing.
Yeah, but I was just like, no, it was some online shit. And I was like, it's not as good as MMO, and I posted our video there.
Nice.
But then people were like, yeah, this isn't legal. I was like, well, actually, they don't host the ROMs there.
They're pretty sneaky about it.
Like,
there's a reason why it's still
yeah.
around.
It's like they're not doing anything illegal, and just so many people who are like, you're fucking wrong. Actually, you're fucking stupid. This is fucking illegal, and this is why it's illegal.
Yeah, but it's fun.
And I was trying to explain. It's like I compared it to a program like Views.
Yeah.
That Views has been around for a long time, completely legal. Can you do illegal things with Views? Yeah.
Yes.
You can download illegal movies, illegal games, illegal music, illegal books, illegal everything. Why hasn't the record industry, film industry, games industry, why haven't those people gone after Views? Because it in itself...
It's a loophole.
Yeah, it in itself, as a BitTorrent client, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
What you choose to do with it, and they have things saying like, don't download illegal stuff with it.
Don't upload illegal stuff. Don't do this. Don't do that.
We're not held liable for the things you do with it.
Yeah.
Same thing with MMO, which doesn't ever infringe on the Pokemon copyright.
And there's a huge thing like terms and services. Like, no, they have a very smart lawyer who has made sure that what they're doing.
It doesn't say Pokemon anywhere on their website.
Nope.
poke MMO, and it's not poke with the accent, it's poke MMO.
Like a poke.
Yeah, and it's like they're not breaching any copyright, and you're allowed to legally own a ROM.
Yeah.
So they're not doing anything like that, and it doesn't work without the ROM.
Yeah. And
In itself, it's just a bunch of fucking code. It doesn't infringe on any of the prior code.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain this to people, and people were just like, people on the internet who are just so belligerent about like, no, I'm right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just so quick to be like, shut the fuck up. It's like, I'm not trying to convince you of anything.
yeah, it's like, could Nintendo take them down? Yes. If they put the money into it and put the time and effort, it's like, yes, they could bust their ass and take it down.
It would be years in court.
It would just be so much effort that Nintendo has no reason to do this. If, it's dumb. People just like to get in fights about that when they think they know a topic when really they know nothing about a topic.
These people,
That is the internet.
the guy I was arguing with, his name was like the logic and rationale police. And it's like, you're just one of these people who just, I always have to be right on the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm so quick just to tell people to shut the fuck up.
Well, it's just like,
It's like, shut up. I don't fucking care.
we're not having this argument. This is dumb. We're not having this.
It's like, hey, if it was shut down, you'd be right. But right now, it's up. So I have to be right. I'm right because it's still there.
Yeah. But no, so I looked into it for the briefest amount of time. There's the Foxy game or something had a bunch of these videos.
Foxy. The Fox engine?
No, Foxy.
Fox Network. Family
Foxhound.
Guy. Whoa.
Oh, Alex is wearing a Foxhound t-shirt.
That you can see in the Pokemon MMO 4.5 episode.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like this whole game where you play as a tamer and you can get all these Digimon, and they just released like you can have your avatar be like Ty or TK or Matt or something. I'm like, and it's all free, so it's like something. Will you see that in the future? Maybe. I imagine it's a shitty MMO. At least Poke MMO is like, it's not your typical MMO game where this looks.
Everybody, I tell you, you're not going to see that in the future. Too many things.
Too many things, but like maybe later. We'll see. But Digimon World's fun. It'll be good to go through that. People seem excited for it on the subreddit because they're like, oh yeah, cool, this is nice. Not a lot of people seem to play that game or know about it, or
we should give people like a sneak preview into what they should expect.
On here?
On the future of the channel.
Yeah.
We just put out the schedule.
We put the schedule, which we're already like, it limits us a lot, we realize.
The schedule is a loose framework for what to expect.
Yes. Ultimately depends on what works and what we think is fun to do and what you guys are asking for.
I think it's like it's trying to just keep us like honest as to what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
That we want to do a Minecraft every week. Like it forces us to do the things that we usually will like put off because they're harder to do.
Yeah.
The Poke MMO and Minecraft are harder ones to do than other.
Much harder.
And it's kind of a cheat as well that we get to do the podcast on here as well.
It is.
It's an easier episode for us to put up, but as well, I feel like it gives people an insight into the people that make the channel.
Yeah. We're less of our personality
we don't need
selves.
it's like you just get to listen to us talk and you get to know us a little bit better. But no, I want to say that I think it's very likely that we're going to be doing a Demon Souls.
Yes.
Officially, like start to fucking finish, because that's one of the things we've been talking about, that we don't have enough games where we've actually like beaten them, or like we'll give up on things, and I don't like that. And we were thinking about what games we can do, and it's like Jason and I have both beaten Demon Souls. Demon Souls is like a PlayStation 3 classic. And I happen to have a Dark Souls channel that is on the up and up.
Yeah. So we think that would be a big thing, but immediately we're like, well, if we're only doing one of those a week, then it's like there's a year to beat the whole game. But I was even thinking it's like, no, we can do like Demon Souls both Monday and Tuesday. Like we've been so unfortunate, and we should talk about this too, the Game Grump stuff. It's like we've sort of been bred into this idea of we can't have same videos back to back and how that's a bad thing. But it's like, no, when I watch stuff, it's like, oh, I have to wait 2 days now to get to the next one or something.
I have to wait a week.
Where it's
which
just
for
like,
things like Poke MMO, it's like we need a week.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's
for things
too much.
like things like Demon Souls and stuff,
or even Minecraft, how you were talking about like
a Let's Build.
Yeah, on top of doing like the mod stuff we're going to be doing. Yeah, it's like the whole thing. The reason we did Saturday, Sunday of not regular episodes is because I started working. I work for Armor Games right now, and I've been getting busier and busier. But it's like I'm hoping eventually, once our game launches, that things can sort of resume more normality. where we'll have more time to do stuff, and then maybe you'll see Saturday, Sunday, we'll, us putting more episodes out. No promises, obviously, but yeah, there's a lot of videos. So there's Demon Souls.
We've just been shitty idiots who haven't fucking planned well enough.
Yeah.
We took a month off and nothing was gained from it.
Yeah.
Just because it was such an undertaking to do the 100th episode. But we weren't doing anything else at the same time. So it's like,
yeah,
we're going to try to get on top of it.
Yeah, because the problem for us is like, this isn't a job. This is purely a hobby, and it's a very time-consuming hobby for us to do. But yeah, so there's Demon Souls. We've been talking about GTA. We really want to do GTA 4.
It's funny because the pretenses under which we started SuperRoboPlay were like, this will be way easier to do than our live action stuff, which it is.
It is.
But
the reason why we decided to go...
The decision to do things every day is our downfall.
Why did we do that?
It is...
What was the... What?
Because Alex and Jason every day sounds so good. But yeah, it is the reason I will go bald and I will lose my mind. It is the reason for any amount. When we had nothing to do for like a month, it was like, oh, I can like sort of relax. But now
I can play games for fun.
But it like now it's like it's always in the back of my mind. It's like, well, what about the episode for tomorrow?
Yeah,
shit like that. But it'll be nice to get on top of it and don't have to worry about anything. But it is fun. It is fun to do it. And
these past few weeks have just been like I think Monday for us next week is gonna be a good day to just be like all day
for all fucking day.
Yeah. Have so much in the backlog that we won't even know what to do with ourselves. But it's like
you actually might have 2 days off.
Why?
Because July 4th is an American holiday. They're not going to be working.
It is. It depends because we're launching the game, so I'm not sure what their schedule will be like. But yeah. And I was even talking with Joey Betts, the developer for the game I'm working on, and I was telling him because he watches Let's Plays and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I was even joking. It's like, yeah, we'll do like a Crush the Castle Let's Play once the game's out. He's like, that'd be really fucking cool. Nobody's ever, because it's like,
it's not quite a game that you can do that for.
Yeah, it's like it's a game that
we're gonna break the mold.
It's their previous games have 50 million plus plays, but nobody really does like Let's Plays of web games. But for us, it's like that could be Armor Games tweeting us out, being like, "Here's a Let's Play of Crush the Castle." And
do you know a guy named James? James like K James. I don't want to say his full name on the thing.
James,
like a guy from right there. Yeah, you can see it. Where my mouse is. Do you know that name?
I don't.
You're not friends with him on Facebook either.
No.
Hey James, if you're listening to this, hello. No, I just saw somebody that liked our SuperRoboPlay fan page.
Oh, okay.
On Facebook, which you can all like.
Yeah, if you want. We don't
it's a nice way to stay updated. But no, I noticed that he was from Burnaby, which is near us. But
that's strange.
He wasn't friends with either of us.
No, I don't know.
Wasn't friends with any of our friends.
Yeah.
But also, he liked it, and then I went to the page and I was like, did he unlike it? I don't see his name here.
Huh.
Very strange. So I don't know. I just wanted to see if you knew him. So.
No, I don't. What was I saying? But no, doing like a Let's Play for that because I think Armor Games has over 100,000 Twitter followers or something.
I think that'd be cheating, Jason.
Well, I said I'm like I wouldn't play it because I know it would have to be you, because I'm too good at that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be sort of fun just to do.
Jason, good at a game?
I am good at certain games. I just don't play a lot of games very often.
The last Mario's Misconnections that we did, I didn't watch any of the video because I was the one reading the misconnections, and I also didn't edit it, so I don't edit any of them.
Yeah.
But so I haven't. When I did go back to rewatch it, you do play better. But the very first level, you get the leaf and you turn into the raccoon Mario.
Oh, and I like lose it, and I die. I fall down the hole.
There's the pipe, and there's a middle part, and you jump at the top, and you just slide down and you die.
I honestly don't know what happened there because I went up and I'm holding to the right. And he just fell down to the ground. I'm just like,
it's funny. And Adam was watching it and told me about that. I'm like, I didn't catch that. He's like, yeah, you did, because he said, oh, fucking Jason.
Yeah, but the strange thing is, the next time I'm there, I'm like, well, this is how I've always beaten this level: is you jump up and you just hold to the right. I did it. It's like, yeah, that worked like perfectly. I don't know what the issue was there. It's just very strange because Super Mario Brothers 3 is probably the one I played most.
Well, and the thing that sucks was like I think what the plan was, like, we did Super Mario 64 for as long as I could physically stomach watching Jason play it, which I would. That's my favorite one. I'd like to go back and play that. But the plan was to go play Super Mario Brothers 2 afterwards. Like, we bought we bought all the Mario games, but we couldn't,
because literally that day, that same day, Game Grumps decides, after all their change-ups, that they did Super Mario Brothers 2.
What change-ups?
Did you not hear about all the changes to Game Grumps?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
John Tron left. He's dead.
Who's John Tron?
I don't know, but
aren't you the Game Grumps? Aren't we?
I'm Grump. I'm not sugar. No, yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. I feel like you and I have exhausted our conversation on it a fair amount already, but obviously, if you watch this channel, you probably know Game Grumps. And Ego Raptor and JonTron, they were doing videos every day, a couple videos every day, and they just
Aaron and John every day. That's what we call Game Grumps. Oh, that doesn't have the same ring to it. Fuck them.
But they just hit 1 million subscribers. They've been doing it for almost a year now, and out of the blue, John leaves, and he's no more. And suddenly, it is now Aaron and Danny from
Ninja Sex Party.
Yeah, Ninja Sex Party. On top of doing Steam Train, which is Dan and Ross, which is another animator or a voice actor that Ego
Animator,
Raptor. Rubber Ninja.
And the interesting thing I want to say is the subscribers have like plummeted.
Have they? What are they at?
It's at 1,008,000.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like there's this weird offset because Rubber Ninja, the guy Ross,
I can't remember his name.
I don't know. I only watched as much of the one Steam Train as I could stomach.
Yeah.
He has 150,000 subscribers.
Does he?
And Dan on Ninja Sex Party has like 50,000.
Yeah.
So you'd think 200,000 new people would be but it's like it's offsetting because they've lost 11,000.
Who knows how much they've actually lost.
They might have lost more and gained more. So
yeah.
But the views are down.
Are they?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
Like the Ode to John has 600,000,
yeah,
which is a lot for them. And then it's like 394, 351, and then Welcome to Steam Train 366.
Yeah.
286, 250.
Yeah.
176, 142, 100,000, 40,000.
Interesting.
Those are the newest ones, so those will pick up. But it's like, yeah, it doesn't bode well for them.
And I was telling you how it's like I was sort of really bummed out by it. Bummed out more than I thought it would be, considering I don't watch them anymore. And I haven't for a long time. But it's like, no, we've talked about this in the past where Game Grumps and channels like this were like a pretty big inspiration for us. Where, hey, here's two guys doing what we do anyways for fun, where we'll podcast and we'll play games together. And it's like, well, why aren't we recording this? This is such a big thing in this culture, or on our internet culture right now. And it's very strange. It didn't seem to have ended well for either of them. It was very sort of a sudden, unwanted change. But I don't know what's going to happen to the channel. I think you were saying how Game Grumps is now an idea rather than the individuals behind it. And how...
It's like Robin.
It is. It's like Robin, where
Robin dies and there's a new Robin.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know if that means Aaron will stay around forever.
No.
Or if Aaron will leave soon and go back to doing whatever the fuck he does. Yeah. And then someone else will come in and it'll just be these like changing roles because it is owned by the game station technically. But yeah, it's just very strange, and it makes me think of like, man, what if we just suddenly like... Well,
and that's the thing. It's like, I want to say right here, right now, if something comes up where one of us can't do it, fucking it all ends, everybody.
It would just like...
But at the same time, it's like, well, me and Jason have been friends for going on like 11 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So it's like, I don't think anything is going to be like...
No, if anything, it'd just be like, I don't have time to do this anymore. Then yeah we wouldn't do, to keep the channel alive it's like...
Trust me, if you got too busy and it was like, I can't do it anymore, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna do 7 videos a week by myself. No, that'll end.
Get Adam. He'll be
no,
me.
I'd be like, no, okay. Yeah. But no, we both like doing it. And we have lots of sort of aspirations. And as I was saying last week, it's like I can see it. I can see where this is headed. We are growing, and it's like that growth isn't going to. It doesn't appear to stagnate. It is slow going, but it's like these things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. And I look at how things are going for my Dark Souls channel, which has been around for a year and 3 months.
Yeah.
And only now is it really starting to, and there was no effort put into those.
Which is so bizarre.
Such minimal effort, and I'm such a fucking asshole to the viewers. I respond so negatively to everybody, and yet SuperRoboPlay, we try to be as positive as possible.
Yeah.
And interact with you guys and all that.
I feel like
kind
our
of stuff.
SuperRoboPlay is like the first time we've had like a really good like fostered community of just people we get on with. We're good friends with a lot of our fans. But yeah,
It's like you guys can tweet at us, fucking talk to us whenever, and it's like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the Ornstein people, it's like, fuck all those Dark Souls people.
Yeah.
But that one has had almost 300 new subscribers in the past 2 months.
Yeah.
About to hit 100,000 views total.
Crazy.
In July, it'll hit 600 subscribers. So
Absolutely crazy.
if you happen to like Dark Souls, check out that channel, or perhaps you're an Ornstein person that has made it this far into the podcast, and I thank you.
Yeah.
But I hate you. And that'll be fun though. Dark Souls 2.
It'll be
Soon.
fun.
Yeah, fun. How cool would it be if I could arrange it where it was only Afro versus ONS?
Ooh. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know how interested he'd be in it. He and I have we're not like enemies anymore. Like I've asked him on a few occasions to do a few things for me, and he's still the same. So it's like we've grown past whatever sort of animosity was there.
But people haven't forgotten though.
Yeah, we're not pals, but he was a guy, and we've talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah.
There was a guy who like had this huge like beef with me and my Dark Souls channel. There was a big thing like back and forth. And that's done, but
yeah.
It would be very cool for both of our channels for Dark Souls 2 of like me versus him. It's like I could see him like being interested in doing it.
Yeah.
The only way he'd say no is he's a much more popular channel now.
Yes.
And it would be seen as something like, oh, I'm just trying to ride off of his coattails. And
yeah. He won't want to give you that satisfaction probably.
Yeah, and it's like I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I just think it would be like a funny thing.
Yeah.
And maybe he would too.
Oh, only Afro. People seem to hate him though in the community for the most part. But then you look at the Dark Souls community and you realize they're a bunch of vile, spiteful people.
It's a weird community.
It's a very bizarre community. It's only gotten more bizarre as the game's become more popular.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm so fucking just like, I'll be rude as shit to the people that are rude to me. Yeah. Anybody who's nice, I'll be nice to them. It's just like the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have nice people where it's like, oh, I'll bow to you, I'll give you something, and then the people who are dicks, no, fuck them.
Yeah. It makes me worried for Dark Souls 2.
I can't remember if I told you the story of how I must have, where I was just recently. I was battling this guy with my dragon headstone, and this guy was wearing like full havels, and we were like having these good fights where it was like he went
on a Bururu.
What? Onrubu. He brought me into his world. We fought. We both bowed. He did a lightning enchantment to his weapon.
Yeah.
He ate green blossoms too. And then we went to like fight, and it was like a close fight, and he won. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have any problems with losing. He does it again. We fight again. It's another close fight, and he wins again. Yeah. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. You don't lose anything for Dragon Headstone losing, so go do it again. He brings me in again, so it's a third time, and it's like, this is fine, because when I do put the stone down, I want to play with people. Yeah. And losing helps you understand what your weaknesses in your build were. Yeah. And the simple fact of it was, like, he was just stronger than I was. His build, he had full havels, he was slowish, and he had like a lightning uchi, I think it was. Lightning something. And I had my Black Knight sword +5, and I'm only level 50 or so. But the good thing with the Black Knight sword is that it can stun lock most people with the two-handed R1 attack. Is that one hit, two hits, usually you can stun. Yeah, and you can usually stun lock somebody and then they're fucked. Yeah. He's wearing full havels. No chance of that happening. No. So that was just
too much poise.
So it was just like a weird matchup. So we're fighting the third time. Again, really close. And there's a moment where I'm right behind him and I can go right for the backstab. Yeah. I was like, no, we've had two good fights. I'm not going to go for the backstab. You know, we'll keep fighting, and if we lose, we lose.
On a Bururu.
The same thing happens, and he doesn't do that. He goes for the backstab on me, and he kills me. And I was like, Come on, you fucking asshole.
I think a lot.
We had 2 fucking fights where it was fine, and it was so fucking obvious where I was right behind him, and it was like, and I don't even go for the swing. Like,
Yeah.
even had I not connected with the backstab, I could have killed him.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna ease up.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't do the same thing for me. Where's the honorability in that?
I know. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you're in the middle of a fight. Maybe you just got it in the moment, and you're like, oh, shit.
So I sent the guy a message. I was like, oh, come on. Like, we were having good fights, and then he did that. He didn't reply to that.
Yeah.
I go back down there, put the dragon stone down, and he brings me back in again. And I was like, fuck it.
Oh, God.
I was just like, I'm going to show him how fucking easy this is. I just run full speed at him.
Yeah.
Immediately, boom, backstab him. He gets up, boom, backstab him again, dead. The fight lasted, I think, 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Where it was like, motherfucker, it's like, if we're going to play like that, that's how easy it is.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if it comes to backstabbing stuff, it's like, no, it's so...
Can you imagine if they got rid of backstabs in the next game?
They should. It's too... Once you learn the mechanics of it, like...
Yeah.
You don't need to fish. It's this weird, like, if you rotate your body to the right and you're both locked onto each other,
Yeah.
and then immediately jerk left, you can go right for the backstab.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they change the mechanics of it.
Just, I don't know if but it's like, how do you make it harder to do that?
Well, they're introducing things where the enemies can fall back on you. If they have something like that, where there's a counter to it.
Just fall backwards.
Well, it's like, if they have a way where it's like, you know how you can parry somebody if they have like a backstab parry.
See, that would be interesting, actually. If you could have a backstab parry where you could sidestep or something at the right time, it's like...
You sidestep, they go for the backstab, and you just stab them in the back of the neck.
But then they could do a parry to that?
It just fucking keeps happening. It's like...
That'd be so cool, though.
That would ruin Dark Souls.
No, it wouldn't. Because you'd have to be so skilled at just, like, timing it, and then it's like... They parry you, but then you can parry again.
It would be such Call of Duty bullshit of like, whoa, 360 no scope. It'd be like, whoa, quadruple parry backstab. It would ruin Dark Souls. You would take a problem and make it so much worse.
But it's so entertaining.
Once would be okay.
No, you could do as many
infinite
parries.
This weird ballet of fucking. It reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, like Budokai Tenkaichi. That there'd be ways to do that where it would be like you'd be fighting. It's like that was like the greatest chess game, and that's what I like about Dark Souls is that there's a lot of strategy involved. Now it'd be the worst.
It'd be pretty fun though.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
it would. People are already complaining about lag stabs and stuff. Lag parry backstabs.
It's gonna be server based though, so it's gonna be a more stable connection.
How would it even work if just there's a counter button? You said to keep mashing the counter button.
No, but you couldn't, because it's like if you kept mashing it, it wouldn't do it to stop flicking your finger. It'd be like this. Okay, so picture it in your mind's eye.
Those are some good skills.
Picture it in your mind's eye. You're behind me.
You tell Havel. That big ass fuck.
You're behind me. You go to stab me in the back. I do the back parry where I turn around and then I go to stab you in the neck. You do a regular parry where you do the ching, and then you go to stab me. I do another parry where I step back and turn around again and go to stab you. You parry, and it just goes on forever. Be pretty cool.
No.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
It'd have to be perfect timing though, bro.
But it wouldn't, because it's just the
thumbs up, thumbs down.
It's just one button. It'd just be the parry button. I think realistically once, sure. The fun game though, as many as you wanted. Continue, and then you could parry a person's parry. What's interesting is I think pyromancy is being switched back to the way it was in Demon Souls.
Like magic.
Yeah, where it's just another form of magic. Because I saw somebody shooting it from a staff as opposed to from their hand.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm fine with that. I just want faster casting and more mobility. The only problem with faster casting is like dark magic is faster.
More cheap.
Well, yeah, that's like
magic is too strong.
It looks like bows are going to be better. That I want bows to be better.
That'd be cool.
Otherwise it's just people wailing on each other.
More variety type in weapons that are useful. It's like you have the whip, but the whip sucks.
What is the new form of healing? There's the gems. You know about those?
You have Estus Flask.
No. There's a new one. You have Estus Flask, and there's this thing you can use. It's called like a life something. I can't remember what it is. You use it, and this little thing follows you around. It basically just slowly heals you at the same time.
Sort of like Castlevania.
I guess I don't know. It's just another way of healing. I just want more things. Like it's so fun to me when you find a new way to kill somebody.
Yeah.
I was watching a video and it wasn't a very good one, because people were like, "Oh, Sarah's a bad Dark Souls player."
No shit, she doesn't play fucking video games.
She's nothing like Rosie the Riveter. And I was like, who? And I looked her up, and she's like retired or whatever. But I was watching one of her videos, and it was like she was invading somebody in the depths, and the person she invaded them, and they were like hunting her down, and I was like, why would you hunt somebody down? Like, she led them all the way to where the basilisks are, and like basically forced him to get cursed, like brought him into that. There's this one part where you can't leave, and got him trapped there, and she kept using force, so he'd keep on getting stunned, and while his curse meter would fill up, and he got him cursed, and that's how she killed him. But I was like,
fucking rude.
Well, no, but at the same time I was like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? Like, why would you chase her down all the way here, especially like if you know where the basilisk. And it looked like it was new game or something. I couldn't tell. She had tons of souls, so maybe it wasn't, because the guy was using he had gargoyle helm and he had the Drake sword.
Stupid.
Yeah, and it's like people were ragging on me. It's like, that guy clearly has no fucking idea what he's doing.
Yeah, this is the first time he's ever been here.
Yeah,
just
so
where am I going?
Yeah, let me chase this person down.
Because so many times, if I ever do go to the depths, no, I do the fucking giant rat thing and get through there in like 3 minutes or something. It's like, I'm not going through the fucking slimy basket. It's like, oh, fuck that. Should we wrap this up? I'm getting tired. It's late. We always do these so late. But I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. It was a good show.
Yeah, like I said, every Saturday on SuperRoboPlay there will be a brand new podcast, and this one is simultaneous, so it'll go up at the same time pretty much.
Yeah.
Both on Saturdays. So.
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
And tell your fucking friends about SuperRoboPlay. You probably have friends who like Let's Play stuff, and show them our shit. I recommend showing them Mario's Misconnections. That's funny stuff.
Funny stuff. Don't watch the NES video. It's too long.
Watch the highlight. That's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
We put that up, so watch that instead.
Good night, everyone.